Hello everyone, KingslayerKoshy, welcome back to Plants for Zombies. In the last part we fought against many zombies. And in this part we're gonna be taking on more zombies. And we got a new zombie on the block. The Zomboni. And we also got a new plant, which is the jalapeno. Another very good explosive. The thing about this, the jalapeno, is that when you use it, it cleans out every zombie in a row, so if you need to clean out a huge row of zombies, use a jalapeno and you'll clean it out right away. It takes a little bit for it to blow. Well, then again, I would say it takes a little bit for it to blow up, but I think all of them have a little bit of a charge time. Except for a potato mine, because that just takes forever. Anyways, doing the usual strategy of planting sunflowers, lily pads, tangle kelp, and squash for upcoming zombies. And eventually doing pretty much the same strategy as usual. The only time, and then we get to the Zombonis. The thing with the Zombonis is that they leave an ice trail when you... Okay, so as they get closer to the lawnmowers, they're going to create an ice trail. And when they create that snow trail or slash ice trail, you can't plant plants on that. And if you leave it out, if you leave that ice trail going, eventually there's going to be these bobsled zombies that come in. And I believe they come in pretty fast. And obviously you won't be able to plant anything either, so... If you ever see a Zomboni, always bring a jalapeno, even if you don't think you need it. You're more than likely going to have to deal with the ice trail, and the jalapeno is the only way to really get rid of that. It's a pain, but the jalapeno isn't that bad of an explosive, so it's not like it's big loss. It's just a dedicated. It's your. They most likely will probably be using this as your dedicated explosive anyway. Usually my dedicated explosive would be the Doom Shroom, but of course, as you probably noticed, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this last time in the last couple of videos, but when you're doing daytime missions against the zombies, you don't get access to your shrooms. You won't be able to plant mushrooms until you get a specific plant, which you won't get until we reach the roof, which is level 5, that I remember now. But anyways, now it's just pretty much just kick back and relax. Shots fired today at some random guy's front lawn. And watch this guy take a deep under. And my first row of repeaters is complete. But why stop there? They're already dead. They're not dead enough. God damn it. I would say, like, they're already dead, but they're not dead enough. They keep trying to go for my lawn. They keep trying to come to my backyard and going for my brains. I don't think they're dead yet. With a huge wave approaching. I believe this is where Is this where the Zomboni kicks in, or is it only the final wave? And it looks like... Oh, there we go. There's the Zomboni. As you can see, there's an ice trail that leaves behind. Use a jalapeno to get rid of the Zomboni and the ice trail in one fell swoop. Otherwise you'll be dealing with bobsled zombies. And they suck. So while we're pretty much just killing zombies, I was looking up a bunch of random things because I got bored one day. And funny thing to mention, while this is going up on Halloween, I got something to comment on, and I really shouldn't be talking too much about this because honestly, all of us kind of have a deep hatred for this. But for those of you who know or don't know, Bubsy, apparently some corporate butthole decided to bring back Bubsy of all things. I don't know why. I want to punch him in the face because of all the platforms we could choose. Knights, Gex. I'd even take friggin' Spyro, Gex, Knights. Well, Sonic's somewhat making a comeback, but I really can't say much of it being a comeback because it's only one friggin' game. It's 2D as usual, and I can make a huge rant on how much I don't like the conceptually why I don't like Sonic, but I can get onto that later. But right now we get the spikeweed. This is a very good plant to have to deal with not only the zombonis, but also just it's generally a pretty good plant to deal with zombies, because any zombie that walks over it gets damaged. It's a very good plant to have, and it also gets rid of zombonis in one hit. Unfortunately, if a zomboni hits it, it's gonna disappear after one use if it hits a zomboni. But if there's an upgrade that allows you to make the spikeweeds last longer and do more damage, and it's another one of those special, like, pink seed slots that require you to first plant a plant and then afterwards upgrade said plant if it's on the field. But yeah. Anyways, it's kind of funny because I was looking at some stuff on Bubsy because I got bored. I don't know why. And kind of funny because I'm doing this for Halloween, and it's kind of funny because I can't think of anything scarier than the fact that Bubsy's making a comeback as it is. I'm not going to buy the game. I don't expect the game to be any good. For the series that I looked at as a whole, looks like a steaming pile of shit. Because it has concepts based off of Mario and Sonic, but somehow it managed to make those core concept gameplay even worse, which I don't even know how that's possible. But yeah, anyways, oh wait, I think I'm waiting for a repeater to go down, or no, squash. But I think now I should be planting repeaters. And eventually I will get down to random spikeweed, but yeah. Yeah, but I looked at this, but it's amazing because I got bored one day, so I decided to look at some stuff. And I had to wonder, how low were the standards back in the day? Especially considering in the how were standards for video games back in the days of like the SNES and the Genesis? Because it's crazy, because I looked at the reviews for Bubsy, the very first one, and back in the day, they were praising the game like none other, and I'm just looking at myself and like thinking, how low were the standards for video games back in the day? Especially for the SNES and Genesis, when we had stuff like the Sonic trilogy, stuff like Super Mario World, the frigging any friggin' RPG known to man, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI, and just a slew of other platformers like the Donkey Kong Country series, Super Metroid. There's probably plenty of other games that I can't think of right now. Gunstar Heroes, Contra 3. Amidst all this, and I'm just looking at Bubsy and it's like, this gets a high review, and I'm looking at the gameplay. I'm like, how low were the standards back in the day? Because Jesus Christ, I'm like, this game gets a 5 out of 5 back in the day. I'm like, really? Because people were super excited for this character, apparently. Then again, I mean, it's the first game, so nobody really expected it to. I guess the only reason it got as far as it did was because it sold so many games. The real question I want to ask is, who the I wonder how much money it took to bring back friggin' Bubsy. Probably not a lot considering how much of a budget it has, but I'm not spending a friggin' penny on that. They have to pay me in order to play that game. But anyways, me rambling on. Diver zombies. They're not the worst thing, but they are very annoying. In my opinion, the worst zombie doesn't come until the 5th stage, so we still have some time before then. But right now, yeah, things are gonna get a little bit more hectic, but honestly, with the layout that I have right now, most of the zombies aren't gonna really put up much of a threat. Because the spikeweed does significant damage as it is to the zombies, but when you combine it with actual like repeaters, it does a bunch of damage. And what's cool is if you place a walnut in front of them, they'll be eating away at the walnut, but the spikeweed will still be taking damage at them. So, pretty useful trick that you can do if you feel like you're having a hard time. Or a pretty useful trick to do with the spikeweed. Also makes walnuts a bit more useful. It's a very effective combo. And the only annoying place is, okay, there you go. See, down at the bottom, you saw the Zomboni come in and hit the spikeweed. It instantly killed them, but the thing is, the Zomboni will get rid of the spikeweed when it hits it. So all you really have to do is replace it. They're pretty cheap. Although I think they do, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure they. Yeah, they have a. Actually, it doesn't look like their recharge time isn't too bad. It looks. I thought it was going to be a lot worse than it actually was. But then again, I may be thinking of the upgrades. The upgraded spikeweeds take a hell of a long time to regenerate. But as they probably should, because the spikeweeds, the upgraded version of the plants do some ridiculous effects. First time a diver actually comes as far as to eat one of my plants, but they're easy to kill, so they're not that big of a deal. And now the only annoying part is I gotta deal with some freaking, I was gonna say the bucket zombie was gonna be the only annoying part, but nope, yeah, there's still a bucket zombie that's being annoying. And as soon as I kill him, put the kelp out, or just let him die, we get an interesting plant, which I'll talk about next time.